secondary is a marvel, mainly because of head fakes and body control.
Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. A look at the starters defensively now for the NFC.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the AFC in possession of the football to start quarter number two. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going deep here for Allen. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
95-56, 95-56.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
95-56.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. And this one is right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Breeze to his Saints teammate Thomas for the NFC first. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Breeze. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Aldrick Rosas now for the NFC field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Rosas puts this one through. And the NFC out to an early 3-0 lead.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, spinning away. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Open man is Michael Thomas. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones. 44 yards. And the NFC adds on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's another AFC.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Again, they run with Gurley. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.